Bigfoot! The last time I tried barley wines on the channel, I was a real novice. Now I've tried a little bit more barley wines, and I'm trying to have a better navigation. I know what to expect, I have some references, but I'm still just in the beginning of my journey, it feels like, and especially when it comes to American barley wines. So today I have a real beer connoisseur friend. Welcome to the channel, Tobias.
Thank you very much. Pleasure being here.
So, Bigfoot, a beer I sometimes confuse with Yeti, another snow man, right?
Yeah, there's another brewery and a totally different beer style.
Okay, not a barley wine.
It's not a barley wine, no.
Okay, so but is this kind of the typical American-styled barley wine, you would say?
I would say yes.
Yeah.
There is maybe the old Foghorn from Anchor Brewing, but Anchor Brewing is not brewing anymore.
Yeah.
So we might have seen the last one.
So sad.
Yeah, it's a great one.
But you have several bottles in your beer cellar.
Unfortunately, because the Foghorn hasn't been available at Systembolaget for quite a few years.
Okay.
So no, it's sometimes available in bars.
Yeah.
But I think the last shipments have arrived. So if you see them, check it out.
If you see them, it's a date.
Absolutely, I love it.
But we have tried some barley wines together as well.
Yeah, we did, yeah. I think, as far as I remember, they were more in the British style.
Yeah.
Because there aren't that many that make the typical American style barley wine over here.
So probably the majority of the barley wines, and maybe all I have tried, are in the British style. So this is probably new to me.
Maybe.
And as I said before we started recording, I'm a little bit nervous about these beers. In my mind, okay, American, it's obviously more hop forward. Maybe it's too bitter, maybe it's too overwhelming. We'll see. I have been wrong before.
Yeah, but also these ones, the youngest one is still 4 years old. It will have mellowed somewhat still.
From the freshest.
From the fresh variant that we get here.
Yeah, so let's talk about the aging.
Yeah.
And these are all from your beer cellar.
From my cellar, yeah. You know, as always, it's a bit of a chance. Normally, things go well, but sometimes they don't.
Yeah.
You know, it's with a little bit of trepidation that we open these bottles, I'd say. I'm a little bit nervous, actually.
Okay.
Because they can either be gushers or they might have oxidized way beyond any reason. So we'll just have to see.
Now, before we try them, do you have kind of the perfect age for this beer? That you have?
Yeah, I have tried Bigfoots that have been too old. But I'd say a good sort of middle ground when you have some of the original characteristics and you enjoy the cellaring. It's about 3 or 4 years, I'd say.
3 or 4 years.
So maybe
maybe the first one is the best.
Yeah, well, we'll see. But we had a discussion as well in what order to try these, and that's not that very simple.
Yeah.
Because this one will definitely taste more in either way.
Yeah.
That's my guess, at least.
So we have some things on the table that can neutralize the taste buds in between. But maybe it's also good to begin with this one because it might be the most normal tasting beer if you want the most normal experience in the beginning.
Yeah.
How do you want to... One person will open.
Yeah.
Do you want to do the honors?
You can do the honors. That's okay.
And then you are ready with
exactly.
the glass if it's
If it's gushing.
If it's gushing.
Yeah.
So very careful. Sounds okay.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe you should open faster in case it's...
Yeah, well, you notice. That one looks really good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, it smells like something else.
Oh? Should I be worried?
It smells really like some kind of spirit.
Oh.
Should I?
Yeah.
You are used to the aroma, but
it's, to me it's dried fruit.
yeah, some kind of brandy or something. I was thinking maybe.
Yeah. Yeah, it's perfect. Wow.
Smells a lot sweeter than I expected.
Yeah, absolutely. But it's very lively still. Wow. It has a boozy touch to the aroma.
Very,
yeah. There's still a lot of dried fruit, maybe even figs and
a little bit of that I usually describe as cherries. I don't know if it actually is, but...
Or maybe the kernels, pits. I think it's a...
kind of cherry spirit. Spirits with cherries.
Ah, liqueur. But also, it's sort of spicy somewhere in there, yeah?
Yeah.
More like rosemary, sage thing.
Oh. Brown sugar.
Absolutely.
It smells like I imagine a British-styled barley wine tastes like.
Yeah, that's a good. It's a good figure of speech. Yeah. Wow, yeah.
But then they say you can't smell the bitterness. That is also always a surprise.
Absolutely. You can smell the floral components of hops, but it's long gone.
Yeah, okay.
But it has a very weak oxidized tone as well, somewhere in the background, and I'm a bit worried about that. Like weak, moldy, bit like cardboard, I'd say. But I'm more worried about the older ones, but there is a very, very slight tone to it, I'd say. Time for a taste?
Let's do it.
Yeah, skål!
Skål! Cheers!
Cheers!
Very nice.
It is.
Not at all as bitter as I imagined, or as I feared. You have some in the late aftertaste now.
Exactly.
It's kind of
dry finish.
Yeah. It builds up, but it's kind of pleasant bitterness.
Yeah. It's sort of the kind of bitterness that makes you thirsty.
Exactly, yeah. They are smart.
It's a smart kind of drink. But this one has mellowed, I'd say, in all the good ways. But it's still still a lively beer that makes an impression. And that's sort of the character of that beer, and it's supposed to do that. Yeah. So that's why I really love it. It's always a good beer, regardless of vintage. Maybe it can be, as I said, a bit harsh when it's sort of fresh.
So now, is the bitterness even higher, greener somehow, or when it's
not greener? I'd say I would rather characterize it as that very late aftertaste bitterness, and that's sort of it lingers.
Because that is the main difference, I think, from the barley wines I've tried before that are more in the British style.
Yeah.
It doesn't have this lingering bitterness.
No.
Do you remember the Anchor one?
Yeah. Yeah.
Is it bitter as well? Or?
Not at all as this one.
Okay.
I'd say one of the things that separates the two is the amount of hops. And the Old Foghorn is more like, if my memory serves me correct, it's balanced, but has a very distinct hoppy character to it. But it's not as powerful as the Bigfoot is. Is a Bigfoot.
Yeah. Because sometimes I don't like this kind of, if you call it more of a tannic bitterness, you know, the
absolutely.
Black tea kind of bitterness.
Yes.
And sometimes it destroys the experience for me. But because this is so, it's sweet and fruity in the beginning, because it dries out and get this tannic bitterness, you know what to expect when you take another sip. So it's the perfect combination, more so than other beers that are drier and lighter maybe, and just some of the Oktoberfest beers I tried this have a little bit of that, and I don't enjoy that in the same way. Here it really fits, I think.
You know, a funny thing, since the aftertaste is so dry, really sort of dries your whole mouth out and makes saliva happen in your mouth, you sort of want another sip to get that sweetness.
Exactly.
So it makes a very pleasant cycle.
Yeah.
It's dangerous. It's a dangerous beer, for sure.
But what do you get here? It's a little bit of almost toffee.
Yeah, absolutely. That's what they're aiming for, I would say, in the malt bill.
But it's still, you get dried fruits more maybe in the aroma than in the actual taste.
Yeah, but you sort of get that almost vanilla-like hint of sweetness. But I'd say I'm surprised that this that the hop characters, it's still sort of green, as you were saying, in that it's so much hops that you can sort of really get what the fresh hops would have tasted like.
Yeah.
And that's, I don't know, I'm a bit surprised actually. It's only 4 years old, but it's still there. It surprises me. I mean, in a good way.
So sometimes it mellows.
It has mellowed. More. It has mellowed. But that, if you can imagine how this would have tasted when it's fresh, it's almost aggressive.
It feels like too much maybe.
Yeah, well, that's, to my taste, it's too aggressive when too young.
Is it a barrel aged beer? Do you know?
That's a good question. I don't think so.
Because you get a bit of the vanilla and
exactly. It has a barrel aged style.
Yeah.
But I would say that it's not.
Yeah.
Barrel aging in beer is usually for very small batches because it's just not economically feasible.
Yeah. This is
so this is a big product.
More or less mass produced.
Oh, absolutely. It's a very big product.
Do we get this every year in Sweden?
Yes, normally.
Yeah?
Yeah.
So next time I will be there and do like you, buy as many as I can carry.
Exactly, that's what you should do, and then you can have this kind of thing happening.
And then you try one every year, right? So you learn that way.
That's the thing.
Okay.
A little water.
Fluffy white bread.
Yeah, always a good thing. Thank you very much. So you ready with?
I'm ready.
Glass number 2. No, we're lucky.
It's not the same sensation anymore, but of course the first bottle you open really spreads in the room.
Yeah,
but
exactly. This hadn't any peculiar.
Yeah.
It wasn't as aromatic at all.
We are already used to.
Acclimatized.
2019.
I was wondering if the alcohol ABV, is it the same in every vintage? I hadn't checked. The first one we tried, the 2021, is, what's it say?
9.6, I think.
9.6. Yeah, that's what I remember.
It's a little bit different in the.
It seems darker, but I don't. It might be optical phenomenon since we've...
And the foam is kind of spreading up in small islands.
Yeah, it doesn't stick together as well as the first one. The bubbles are coarser. It's not as fine as the 21. So that is a sort of... It's not unusual. Carbonation behaves a bit erratically sometimes with cellaring. And it's not unusual that carbonation dips.
But you can't be sure of what it means for the taste, or it could still...
Yeah, that's a good question. Normally, lower carbonation makes everything even more rounded, and it's carbonation contributes to that feeling of, assertiveness that the first beer had. So flat beers or flatter beers tend to have, a much more quiet profile in every way. But for some beers, it's appropriate and good. But it's still a bit unusual, and you're not as accustomed to drinking beer with very low carbonation, so that makes it feel a bit weird.
It feels a bit funny every time.
So that needs to be taken into account. Almost no hops in the aroma.
Yeah.
Where do you get hops?
What did the hops smell like? I'm going back to...
Yeah, I think there were actually some kind of...
More...
something, or maybe that spiciness.
Citrus notes, maybe. Yeah, the more almost green, something fresher.
What's it called?
Herbal. But this it smells really tasty. As well, I think
it has a very sort of composed aroma profile. What do you say?
I get the same kind of cherry spirit kind of feeling.
And the toffee and of course dried fruits. This is funny. When you agitate it, the foam sort of reappears. You see that?
It looks a lot more tasty all of a sudden.
Yeah.
Nice.
It's a bit funny.
You have the more of the nail polish kind of feeling in the first one.
Yeah, exactly. This has, I think, mellowed as is expected.
I think I will like this one.
Yeah, got some good vibrations from this. Cheers.
Skål. Cheers.
Skål. Wow. Not bad.
Yeah.
Wow. I'm a bit impressed, actually.
That was maybe even a little bit better, actually.
It was definitely better, I'd say.
Okay.
But now, that sort of assertive hop lingering in the aftertaste, that's totally harmonized with the rest of the beer.
Yeah.
So it's extremely complex, but as usual with cellaring beer, most aspects of the taste sort of begin to work inwards. I usually put it that way, but it doesn't make sense maybe. But
I think
everything that might be going in other directions sort of return inwards and make everything so much more rounded and put together. And also one thing that happens with this beer and these types of beer that are maybe too assertive and a bit hard to drink maybe, is that you feel that this is dangerously quaffable for being such a potent beer.
It still has a bit of that. It dries out and it has a little bit of bitterness, even though it's a bit softer. But you still want to dig in straight away because you want to have that taste journey one more time.
Exactly.
And now it's even more pleasant, maybe the aftertaste.
Yeah. That sort of very bitter, I'd say, aftertaste from the 21. It's totally been tempered into a very pleasant thing. But the whole impression, the whole sensation is so nice that you immediately want to have a little bit more.
Yeah.
And that's usually a very, very good sign for a nice beer in my book.
It has something like herbal as well, which I didn't notice as much in the first one. Like in the back of your throat, there's something pretty nice and herbal, almost like from noble hops.
Yeah, you get that. The hop impression is sort of it's concentrated to the somewhere between. If you try to divide the taste impression into it's like a foretaste or a main body and an aftertaste, it's somewhere in between the main body and the aftertaste. That's where there's a window of hop aromas or tastes that happens, and then it just starts mellowing out. It's a great beer.
How does your beer cellar work? Do you have you control the temperature and the moist?
It's actually in my house. There's a small space just in the cellar actually, where you can see the rock that the house is built on inside of that little room. So it's a bit peculiar, but it's very damp. And that makes also that controlling mold is very difficult in there. Temperature-wise, I think it's more or less stable, but there is some kind of pipe running from the wastewater, and kids taking showers forever. That puts a lot of hot water flowing through that little room. So I don't know if it's really as temperature stable as it should be. But I have removed as much of organic materials as I can from that space, just to not have mold happening. And so far it's worked quite well.
It feels like this bottle has been aged in the perfect environment.
Yeah, exactly.
You have done a great job.
Oh, thank you. Well, yeah, that's I was lucky.
This was really good.
It's really, really good. So if you have the possibility to try a 2019 Bigfoot, please do.
Or if you watch this another year, 6-year-old Bigfoot seems to be. We'll see. Maybe they will keep on getting better. But
it's time for the next one.
Next one.
Seems okay.
Yeah. Wow. That's because of your beer cellar.
And they've been on a bike as well.
Yeah.
Today.
They've been outside.
Look, there's even foam.
It was my perfect pour.
Yeah. The bottle, did it? No, I can't distinguish anything out of the ordinary. Or
it's a little bit earthy.
Oh, it is? Oh, yeah, that might be. But that might also be, part of the dust that's still on the bottle. So maybe, and sometimes it gets on your fingers as well. So beware. Yeah.
So real earth.
Yeah, dust at least. Okay, so what do we have here?
It also looks more unclear, maybe somehow. More.
Yeah, they always seem to be darker, but this one, it has a bit more. It's visible, but it seems a bit cloudy. You're right.
Yeah.
And what we get in the nose.
Now something has changed.
And speaking of that earth tone, it's definitely there. Some kind of moldy-ish thing.
Yeah, like more of a potato cellar.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
That's so impressive. You've been able to save this for so long.
Yeah, well, this kind of event is what I've been hoping for.
Yeah.
So I'm very grateful.
Yeah. Me too. Really fun to be a part of.
Yeah.
So this aroma isn't at all as pleasant as
No.
the one
No.
3 years before.
No.
But sometimes the taste
You never
surprises
know.
you.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Skål.
Skål.
Wow.
It tasted a lot better than
Oh
it
yeah,
smelled.
absolutely. It also almost has a salty
Yeah,
character.
yeah, exactly.
That was quite unexpected.
Why?
Yeah, why? That's something for you to discuss in the comments.
Where does salt in beer
Yeah.
come from?
How in heaven's name has this happened? But it's definitely salty. Like a, nice fudge.
Yeah,
The sweet.
that's a good
Yeah.
good reference actually.
Almost some kind of licorice thing shining through somewhere. I don't know.
I agree. Now, I'm looking for flavors, but you pinpoint them.
Yeah.
I do notice the licorice.
Yeah.
Salty licorice fudge.
Yeah. Not at all what I was expecting, but still extremely interesting. Still, because the totally different kind of impressions
Yeah.
that you get from this is sort of amazing. It's the same beer, but
What do you say about the bitterness in this one?
well, to me, the bitterness has almost completely subsided, and it only shows up in that aftertaste, but just like a lingering sort of presence.
Yeah.
That's my impression.
And it was interesting you mentioned licorice, because now the bitterness is more like kind of licorice bitterness, I think, and not as much of the black tea.
Yeah, maybe.
It's a subtle difference, but
Yeah, that's correct.
it's even more. It's still lingering, and even I think a minute after you've taken the sip, you can feel the bitterness still,
Yeah.
but it's somehow softer and also again wrapped in some sort of herbal quality as well.
Yeah.
Do you think it comes from the yeast?
No.
It is a hop.
I think
Bitterness.
it's absolutely a hop thing, because if my understanding of this beer is correct, it's actually a ridiculous amount of hops involved in making it.
Typical Americans.
Yeah, well, absolutely. But I think this one might have started as some kind of bet or something. How much hops can you put into a beer?
Okay.
I don't know. I am speculating.
And
of course.
still make
But-
profits.
Well, yeah,
Yes.
but also, back in the day, there was almost sort of like a race going on. How much hops can you put into a beer?
Yeah.
Like the megapixel race of digital cameras.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Brewdog and
Absolutely, and Mikkeller, made this 1,000 IBU beer, ridiculous stuff. But still, there was actually a very sort of serious race, especially among American brewers, to put in as much hops as just was possible. But this one might have pushed the envelope even further, in that it becomes drinkable after having been in the bottle for a year.
Yeah.
That's I don't know.
If that-
Speculating once again.
If that was the intention from
Yeah,
the start.
well, that would be something of an interesting thing to hear. But I have tried it actually way back from tap.
Okay.
And
In Sweden?
In
or-
Sweden, actually, yeah. It was very, very long time ago in Ölmässan in Nackastrand. But I didn't know what a barley wine was
Yeah, okay.
when I had it.
Which year was this?
I think it must have been somewhere in the very early 2000s. Like 2002, maybe.
Okay.
I'm guessing, but there was somewhere around there. And having Sierra Nevada beers on tap at all it just wasn't happening in Sweden at that time. It was nowhere to be found.
No.
So only at that beer fair.
Okay.
And I didn't know what this beer was, and it was all American beers at the time. American IPAs was the thing. Everyone wanted that. And this importer actually had what I thought was the absolute best IPA of the whole fair. So I returned to them as for the last drink, and I said, I want to have the best IPA of this fair.
Yeah.
And they sort of laughed very quietly and discreetly and handed me that one, the small one. But then after a few weeks, I realized that it wasn't an IPA at all.
It was this one?
Yeah, it was Bigfoot.
Okay.
So the IPA Bigfoot was what I thought for a very long time.
I mean, with this kind of bitterness, I wouldn't have, if I had this blindly, I don't know if I would have guessed a barley wine.
No.
I don't know if I would have guessed IPA either.
Oh.
Maybe. But it's so, it has that, can't you find kind of the same spiciness in Belgian beers that are really, you know...
Okay, I see what you're looking for.
There's something that I have a hard time pinpoint what comes from the hops and what comes from, you know, really intense yeast characters that is not only kind of esters, but it has...
That's a good question and very interesting. Very interesting thing to investigate. There are also some types of, I'd say a small type of overlap between what can happen between some kinds of hops. They tend to have a spicy character besides being floral or herbal, and maybe even fruity. But there can also be, you know, like with lime, that the lime zest, it's extremely spicy. That same thing can happen in some varieties of hops as well. So that kind of spiciness might have come from the hops actually, and that's also, as it is not floral but rather spicy or herbal, it might even survive better than the floral herbal aromas and tastes.
Yeah, so when you talk about aging.
But my guess is that it's not the same type of spiciness that you get from the typical Belgian yeasts, I'd say. But you know, let's just have guesses.
I find a bitter orange now.
When
we talk about.
Yeah, that's true.
When we start talking about lime zest, there's a bit of that.
Yeah, it has. That orange peel thing, but I think that's some of the bitterness that's evoking that thing. Yeah, that's good. Yeah, very interesting. Also, it's nice that the cellar vibe that we picked up in the aroma isn't at all
not in the
present
taste.
in the taste.
No. This was the most positive surprise maybe from the initial expectations.
Yeah, maybe.
Please have some fluffy white bread.
Fluffy white bread coming my way. Wonderful.
I'm trying to imagine the aroma now.
Well, let's not get our hopes up. Oh, wonderful. No gusher.
Yeah. It's your beer cellar, man.
Yeah, so you want to try the bottle if it's...
No. It's no potato cellar.
No, it's wow. That's interesting.
So has it changed and then changed again, or
this was a lucky bottle?
Yeah. Okay, we want lots of foam.
Thank you. Wow, still has carbonation, and in a quite good way as well. And mysteriously, this seems a little less opaque than the 2016.
Yeah. What's going on?
What's going on? This is really, really something. Then you know the head retention. Amazing.
Impressive.
Wow.
Yeah, you wouldn't guess this is, what is it?
12
Over
years old.
12 years old, no?
No, actually, that's quite surprising.
Yeah.
Wow.
This is so intriguing.
It is. That's a good word. Intriguing. That's the thing. I sort of almost get the salty vibe in the aroma as well. Wow. But what is this? There's some really strange things going on here. What is that? Some kind of very, very elusive thing that doesn't have... Is it tomato?
Tomato. It could also be,
Like
you know, last time we met, I talked about boiled strawberries.
Yeah.
There's a little bit of that more mushy kind of...
Yeah, that's even closer. Yeah, boiled strawberries. Wow, that's the thing. Okay, Bigfoot, 2013. Skål.
Skål. Cheers.
Cheers. My God.
Such a smooth mouthfeel.
Yeah.
And kind of silky, smooth taste as
silky.
well.
And the bitterness is almost completely gone.
I'm sensitive to bitterness, so I still get it. But it's so soft. It's still lingering,
Yeah.
but
It's velvety.
it's in the background.
It's velvety. It's like, wow. This is probably... I was a bit scared of this
Yeah.
one, but, you know, this is...
Yeah, I thought, because the last one was, the aroma wasn't really where
No.
it was supposed to be.
Not pleasant.
And it was so good.
Yeah.
And this I thought it would be the opposite,
Yeah.
because it smelled nice. But
But also, what we can say is that the aroma is just diminishing very, very much. Because this beer still has a lot of aroma.
the 2021.
The 21, you can really still, you get a lot of impressions from the aroma. Not so much from this last one had a very, very discreet, almost non-existent aroma beside of those boiled strawberries. But
And especially the kind of boozy punch and that toffee is almost gone.
Yeah, but it has that sort of aged lawn cutting thing.
Like grass?
Yeah, when you've mowed the lawn and you have that pile of grass that's been sitting in there in the sun for a little bit too long. There's a hint of that.
Okay.
But still, the taste was nothing short of amazing.
But is that a sign of
Oxidation?
oxidation? Yeah.
Yeah, it probably is. But I cannot feel it almost at all in the taste. The taste was... this has been, I would say, the absolute biggest surprise
Okay.
for me.
Yeah.
I didn't know that Bigfoot could turn into this. It's velvety, smooth, and quite light, even though this beer is beep beep. No, but you know, it's a very, very powerful beer. But it has turned into the smoothest of lambs.
But still, if you compare to a regular British-styled barley wine, it still has some.
It still has
scratchy.
Yeah, absolutely, some kind of claw to it. But still, it's more of that. It's assertive, but you know, in an old man's way. If you see what I mean, it doesn't have to brag.
But I can't decide which one I like the best.
Isn't that a wonderful experience?
Yeah.
And that's the, every one of this has been really, really good.
Yeah.
But in a totally different way.
And different.
Yeah. And I was so scared that it would have gone bad. But I was very pleasantly surprised.
I was scared of everything.
Yeah, that's good.
And pleasantly surprised of every bottle here, I must say.
Yeah, wonderful. You still have to tip your hat to this beer. It is really one of the greatest beers ever. And also to be able to show this kind of breadth in the characters just by aging. It's it's absolutely it's wonderful masterclass of brewing. I'm really excited about having cheese with these beers, but first we need to sort of settle on a personal favorite. Yeah.
It's really hard.
Yeah.
But I think coming from a more, bitterness sensitive place and kind of enjoying soft, sweet beers, I think I like the oldest, actually. It still has a little bit of nice bitterness, but yeah, it's the most mellow and still have, I guess, dry but spicy fruits.
Yeah, I totally agree.
And subtle flavors baked in. I like when you have to
sort of
search
layers.
for it for a little bit.
Yeah, totally. Yeah, well, not surprisingly, that's my favorite as well.
Oh, yes, okay.
But I'm also sort of at the moment quite into Belgian beers, and they tend to favor a complexity over hoppy, so to speak. If you're taking it very, very coarsely, but as a very sort of general description, I think it sort of fits.
The focus isn't on the hops.
No, exactly. That's what I'm trying to say. So this beer just feels like home, and also I think quaffability is still something that applies to all beers.
Yeah.
And to me, that aspect, if it has a good quaffability, it really raises my appreciation of the beer. And this one, this is just dangerously quaffable.
Yeah.
It's just, it was so good.
So which cheese should we?
I think we could start with the smoked cheese, actually, just to feel the land. Go ahead. I've had this quite a few times.
I've had something similar. It's a great combination. I can already feel it.
But now the big question is, which one? I'm gonna go for this, because it's so mellow. This is we could try to describe the taste of the cheese. It has a smoky character to it.
Yeah.
But it's still, say creamy, very salty, of course. But it has a kind of nuttiness to it as well.
Yeah, and soft, mild flavors.
Yeah.
Like it could easily be a very soft cheese.
Yeah.
As well.
Yeah, exactly.
It has that creamy.
Yeah, creamy is the right word. Yeah. Maybe the beer overpowered this cheese a little bit. I think it's still a decent combination, but I need to try it with the softest of the Bigfoot. Yeah, this is more like it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a little bit more even footing. This pairing is okay, but it was kind of interesting still because this is a very simple cheese, very cheap.
Yeah.
But the one that we're aiming for is the Gruyère. And that one is hopefully something that could match the beer in assertiveness.
It kind of brought the little bitterness that was still in here to the forefront somehow.
Smoked cheese is not for everyone.
Yeah.
Smoke flavors are, you know, a bit of a... You can like it or you can dislike it. I prefer my smoked flavors outside of the beer. There are a lot of people that don't.
Yeah.
But this is, you know, usually a nice combination. But frankly, I think that barley wines need a little bit of tougher cheese than this
Okay.
one.
Yeah.
But this one, you know, with a nice triple, or something from Belgium, or a good Belgian blonde or something, that works.
Okay.
Fantastic.
I need to try that.
Yeah.
But what do you think? Should we try with the other two as well, or should we transfer?
We could do that, but you'd probably edit it out because
I wouldn't like it.
I don't think. But you know, we can have a shortcut and try one with the youngest to see if the added bitterness does something.
Yeah, if it pops even more.
Surprisingly good with the younger one. Something happened.
Maybe the best pairing.
Yeah.
Why?
Why?
Maybe it's because it has still more caramel and more of those flavors still present.
Or the booziness.
Or the booziness.
Or maybe it's just, you know, the more pronounced hop bitterness and some of the hop tastes actually work to make a nice contrast with the fatty, creamy texture and tastes.
It sounds logical.
Well, you know, I think it's great fun always to discuss and think about what makes things work and how they work and stuff. But when in pairing drinks and food stuff, there's two main ways to go about it, and it's either contrasting, or finding the common denominators that sort of cancel each other out, and bring to the forefront things that you might not even have noticed in the drink beforehand.
That's so cool.
Yeah, that's a skill in its own. But now let's go to
Gruyère.
Gruyère.
Yeah.
This is normally my top combination. You know, with beer.
With
any beer, any cheese. Gruyère is my favorite cheese, and quite possibly cellared barley wine is one of my favorite beers as well.
Which age would you suggest?
Maybe we should try the 19.
Yeah.
It's happening.
Yeah, they are much more equal.
Yeah.
They kind of fight for the forefront in a very nice way. And you're waiting for maybe a little more beer, now a little more cheese, and both are really pleasant.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Is this the perfect combination?
It could be the perfect combination. For me, so far, it is. I think it's just dual bliss. Now the real fun part begins. Which one of the vintages?
Yeah.
I think I'm gonna go backwards in time. That's weird. The cellar came back.
Yeah. Does it feel a little bit more boozy as well with
this
combination?
Exactly. This wasn't really boozy before.
No.
We're
going to the oldest now.
Yeah.
Our favorite.
This is ridiculous. I'm sort of getting the Bigfoot fever now, I feel. But this is... Where did all those flowers come from?
Yes.
Where did the flowers come from?
It's spring.
Yeah, exactly.
All of a sudden.
Exactly. And this old beer from 2013, flowers.
In this combination.
I'm amazed. I need to try the first one as well, the youngest. Now we're also experiencing this beer probably 1 or 2 degrees Celsius warmer than when we poured it.
Yeah.
And it's starting to show, I think.
In what way?
It has much more. It's sort of softer, sweeter, and heavier. Yeah, well, to me, it's quite clear. I think it's in a total order.
Yeah. Okay.
So this one's the better. Also because I'm really amazed by what happened with this beer, in combination with the cheese. It just opened up and gave more impressions that we had before.
Yeah. The flowers.
The flowers. That's amazing.
Yeah, the aftertaste, the finish, the lingering isn't as nice in the new one. It's still a good combination, but often that's what one of the most important things to me, the lingering aftertaste, what is happening there. If you sit after a while and it's nothing really is happening and you're almost a bit annoyed, that's a big part of the experience.
Yeah.
And in these early ones, it's so nice.
It's sublime. It's but that's one of the biggest difference, I'd say, between all of these. It's just how does the aftertaste feel after a while.
Yeah.
That's the absolute, because I had one either of these a few moments ago. I can still feel it, and it's a nice thing, but it is not as nice
Exactly.
as this that just peters out very quietly and just all pleasant all the way. It's something. It's a something to experience, I'd say. But we have a little surprise.
Oh,
Yeah, we do.
that surprise.
Yeah.
Ooh, yeah.
A small little boat with candied almonds, just to remind the viewer that barley wines are also excellent for pairing with sweet desserts and snacks in a surprisingly good way.
Yeah.
One of the best pairings that I've had was a friend of mine got married, and that friend is also a brewer.
Oh.
And he had actually just won the Swedish home brewing competition with his barley wine.
Okay.
So he brewed that for his wedding.
Wow.
So that was nice. And he paired that at his wedding with a caramel cake.
Yeah.
Sort of pie, very dense, but with this caramel with nuts in it, hazelnuts, I think.
Nice.
So it's a pie with caramel and hazelnuts with that barley wine from tap. Barley wine, when you just sample it, you get this very sweet and heavy impression. But when all of that is neutralized by that very, very sweet and heavy pie, the beer just completely changes character.
Yeah.
But in a very surprising and nice way. And it was a very well brewed beer. So it just blew my mind totally. So I'm not sure that these almonds will do the job, but it's still something to try.
Thank you.
I haven't tried these almonds, but yeah.
Yeah, it kind of found more of the pastry notes, maybe.
Yeah. And it got a little bit more boozy.
Maybe so.
But I think it's still a surprisingly good combination. And just, take my word for it.
I would have never
dare to combine
thought of
barley
this.
wines with sweet stuff. It's really cool.
Yeah. I'm kind of in the mood for chocolate cake now.
Yeah, absolutely. That could totally work. Yeah. That's kind of interesting. I think less things happened with the older one. It was sort of elusive and not as interesting a pairing.
But you get more of the cake.
Yeah. I think more of the flavors from the candied almonds, are still there.
Maybe the malts in the beer somehow makes it into a little bit of a cake.
Yeah, well, actually it could be, now I'm just speculating, but it could be the other way
like
around. That the malts from the beer neutralize some of the sweet tastes in the almonds. So you get the spice that's in the coating of the almonds. And I'm just guessing. I think that these two sort of younger versions, their assertiveness work well with, there's quite a lot of spice on these almonds. So I think they kind of needed that, because the oldest one was sort of too polished.
To me, this is kind of like these modern cakes when you start to experiment. You have a little bit of chili, you have some unexpected ingredients.
Yeah, that's true. These almonds still have their peels.
Yeah.
And in the peels, there are a lot of bitter tastes. So I wonder, maybe those two things kind of interact or cancel each other out. Because I didn't have that same kind of hoppy, bitter impression from the youngest beer when I paired it with the almonds. I've had a wonderful time.
Me too.
Thank you so much, Daniel.
Thank you for coming.
Thank you.
If you want to watch my only other video with the barley wine so far with Anna, it's the video over here. Thank you so much for watching, and remember, drink responsibly!